Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amor.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tyre Salam.
Okay, let's get started with the show. The Waffle Cup is around the corner, and for the Super Falcons, they are in Group B. Senegal happens to be the only strong side in this particular group. But for the Falcons, are they ready for this championship? No camp yet, no coach yet, and the tournament is just how many days away?
Big questions that need immediate answers. Hopefully, we can do that on the show later on. Let's move on quickly to, the Chan Eagles. They are in Rabat. They've arrived for the African Nations Championship, and good news coming out of that of their camp is they will be taking on Cameroon in a warm-up game later today. So the Chan Eagles, a lot of people have clamored for a proper international friendly for this team to get ready for the tournament, and we have a wish now. They will take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in preparations for the African Nations Championship. Also on the show, still talking football, but this time we're coming to England, and tonight there's a big one, a London derby in the Carabao Cup semi-finals between Chelsea and Arsenal. Arsenal travel to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea in the first leg of the Carabao Cup, and it promises to be an explosive one. If the last match is anything to go by, the last one was a cracker of a match. That one ended 2-2, was very exciting. If that's anything to go by, then we're in for a treat tonight when Chelsea host Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. But that's not where we're starting from, Cecilia. We're starting from the NBA.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And definitely. Well, we'll start with some dramatic game from the
Dramatic,
Toronto Raptors.
you say.
Yeah, Toronto Raptors, of course, the Trailblazers and Thunder and all the games. That's where we're starting from.
Yeah, that's what we're starting from. You're very interesting that you use the word dramatic. I imagine the reason you've said that is because of how tight, some of those results have been. The Heat and the Raptors, 90-89.
90-89.
90-89. That's, I mean, when you lose by points in the NBA, that's very painful. It hurts deep down, and that's exactly what was the fate of the Raptors. They lost that game 90-89 against Miami. It's so sorry for the Raptors. Hopefully they can bounce back as soon as possible. Let's move on to the matchup between the Blazers and the Thunder. That was a matchup of the night, and interestingly, the Blazers went to Oklahoma and defeated the Thunder 117-106. And,
CJ
McCollum, led all scorers in that particular matchup. But I'm really impressed now with the Blazers because that's a third win in a row. For them to go to OKC have been in decent form, in recent times. And for them to go there on enemy territory to get a very impressive result is very, very remarkable. And Nigeria's Alfred Kaminu was in action as well. He had 10 points and 7 rebounds in that particular game. And because of that win, the Blazers are now 5th in the Western Conference, and they're looking good to making the playoffs at the end of the season, barring any dramatic loss of form. So let's move on from the Blazers and the Thunder to the Magic and the Mavericks. 114-99. That's how that one ended for the Mavs. The Mavs, not exactly the team we've known in recent times. It looks like it's rebuilding time for them now. Dirk is getting on the edge, but it's still there. What's he doing? What's he up
20
to?
points. I mean, when you have a player like that, I remember the combination when he was at LA Lakers, but right now at Mavs, it seems to be the guy that is carrying them. Maybe his 20 points actually helped a lot, for them to have that victory over the Orlando Magic. But it's a good one. I think he will just continue, putting out his best and see how he can help the team.
Okay, let's talk about the Lakers and the Sacramento Kings. And Lakers, looks like they're finally, it's safe to say they've rebounded from that long losing streak that they had over the last couple of weeks.
9 straight games.
Yeah, they lost there, but they're back now. They've won 2 in a row.
Back to back.
Yeah, against the Kings, 99-86. That's how that one ended. Julius Randle was the star man on the night for the Lakers. Yeah,
having 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. And that's the victory that helped them over Sacramento Kings. Well, Brook Lopez also added about 18 points. And you have some other guys also coming in to play to ensure that Lakers just had it. Lonzo Ball had 11 rebounds, 11 assists, and 5 steals, you know, despite scoring only 5 points at 2 out of 10 shooting.
That's poor.
But then I think it's the rebounds and the assists that really helped the team. 11 rebounds and 11 assists. That's a good one. 5 steals also.
Good.
But the points was really poor.
Yeah.
But then his contribution was more.
Right, and they won, and that's what really
matters. What is important.
And, even though he's shooting, obviously, he still needs to work in shooting. Is quite below average when it comes to that, but still young, still 20, a lot of years still ahead of him to play in the NBA. And I believe Lonzo Ball, if he knuckles down, will improve on his shooting. So that's it for the National Basketball Association. A lot of matches will continue later today, and we'll bring you the results on our subsequent programs. Let's move on quickly to tennis now. The new season is well and truly on the way, and it's been dominated by a lot of injuries, a lot of withdrawals, some top players who just can't seem to stay fit. But we have good news today, because Novak Djokovic, world #1, finally made his return to tennis, and Cecilia, it's a good one because he made a winning return to the court. And not just the winning return, it's the caliber of player he's done it again, against, and that's Dominic
Thiem. All of them are there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
the
Djokovic.
game he played against Dominic Thiem.
Incredible
So he said he feels great coming back. So, I mean, I hope that greatness will get into the Australian Open, because you don't really want to see an Australian Open where you have unfit players, so to speak, struggling and battling with injury. But the way he played in that tight tens, so it simply means maybe we just say Djokovic will see him at his best.
Well, we're hoping this is the end of the injury nightmare for Novak Djokovic. But he returned yesterday against Dominic Thiem. He won that match 6-1, 6-4 in very convincing fashion. And afterwards, he said he was smiling inside of him during and after the game, and it's feeling really positive about competing and trying to win a 7th Australian Open, which will serve up on Monday. We're just around the corner, Cecilia. So good one for Novak. We want to see the creme de la creme of players playing at the majors. Unfortunately, injuries...
Not just playing, I mean fit to play.
Playing really well.
Yeah, really well.
Right. But unfortunately, injuries have robbed us of some of those guys. But to have Djokovic, who's won the tournament 6 times, going up against Nadal, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and the other top guys, I think it will make the competition a lot more interesting.
I'm happy that he's really happy. The exhibition game he played, having to win convincingly 6-1, 6-4. A guy who's ranked #5 right now in the world, who's been very active. So it shows that we're going to see the very best of Novak Djokovic on Monday. That's what I think. But then he's going to face Little Heat later today, still on that tie breaks a 10 exhibition match. So we'll see his progression, see how far he'll be able to go. So if he can really go ahead and win all the 3 matches in this, all the matches he's playing at the exhibition game, then we'll know that Djokovic is really ready for the Australian Open. Remember, he has won it 5 times. So it's more like his own Grand Slam right now, because that's where he has made most of his successes. So if he's fit and he's ready to go, so you wouldn't rule him out as one of the favorites for the title.
No, you can't. When you have that kind of record in Melbourne, you'd be very, very... you'd be a brave guy to bet against Djokovic, but you still have to consider the fact that he hasn't played for about 6 months until yesterday against Dominic Thiem. So wishing Novak Djokovic, he will decide this week whether he is ready to play in Australia next week. So that's it for Djokovic. We'll continue to monitor his progress, and when he makes that decision, you'll be the first to know on Channel Sport this morning.
Let's won 6 Australian Open titles.
6, yeah. He's going for a 7th.
He's going for a 7th now.
So he's a top guy. You can't rule that kind of player out.